So we're going to start lying on your back. So make sure you have something underneath you, the carpet. So if you've got like hard floor, then maybe grab a mat or a towel or something so your back is supported. And when I come down, I'm going to hug the knees in towards your chest. So bring those knees in. You might want to start just rocking side to side. Just release any tension into the lower back. And get ready for your day. So we'll start just by taking an easy movement, reaching one leg out, giving the knee a hug, and then just switching sides. So it's a really good one for your hips and your lower back. So if you've got a day of sitting at a laptop, then this is going to be really nice. And again, if you're doing this later and you've had a complete day of sitting, then this is going to feel really nice. And if you want to do this again, so if you're doing it now with me and you want to do it again this evening, then it's quite a nice one to do morning and night. So we'll do a couple more of those. Just keep going in your own time, stretching, releasing, finding what works for you. And then we'll start by hugging both knees in towards your chest. Take the knees out towards the shoulders and reach between the knees for either the shins or the ankles. Just start to again release, and you start to do some circles, maybe feeling some clicks and some Rice Krispies in the ankles. So drawing some circles around. Again, good one for your inner thighs and your hips. Try and relax and ground through the lower back. Breathe, nice deep breaths, nice way to wake up. And bringing those knees in. So we'll start to bring the feet flat onto the floor and just bring those arms above the head. Make sure you're not arching through the back, so just allow the shoulder blades to drop down. And we'll just allow the knees to go over to one side. If this feels too strong, bring those arms down a little bit more. And then just make a nice gentle movement from one side to the other. So on your next one, you're going to pause. So I'm just going to go to this side, allow those knees to drop. And what you're going to do is bring the arms back down and just take hold of that top knee and bring it in, and then move that bottom leg so you're in like a zigzag pretzel position. Hopefully you can see me. And you should feel it into maybe the hip, the side of the thigh, the lower back, allowing that rotation and relax the shoulder blades into the mat. You're quite flexible or short, so you can hold onto the foot, extend the leg. You can take your gaze in the opposite direction. And then we'll gradually release, bringing the knees back in. Come through centre, switching sides, allow the knees to drop over to one side. Again, we're going to lift that top knee, bring it in towards the chest, and just move that bottom leg slightly. So we're in a pretzel zigzag position. And again, relax the upper body, take your gaze over to the opposite hand, find that rotation and that stretch. Try every exhale to relax and soften. Close your eyes if you want to. Again, if you do want to extend the leg, if you're quite flexible or short like me, you can extend the leg, go a little bit further into the stretch. Take a couple more deep breaths, try and relax and hold. Gradually ease yourself out, take your time coming back through centre, and when you're ready, bring yourself up to a seated position, extending both legs out in front. Pull your toes towards your shins. Take a deep breath in, arms come all the way up, and then reaching forwards over those legs, going to where you can. So you don't have to be able to touch the toes. You can have the hands onto the thighs, the shins. If you can round through if you want to, but if you can, try and keep the length. So it's your chest that's leading forwards. You're going to feel more of a benefit into those hamstrings. If it's too strong, deep bend into the knees. And if your legs are extended, we're not locking out the knees. So slight buoyancy in the knees. Again, we'll take a nice deep breath in and out. Trying to relax over the legs. So it's first thing in the morning, so you might find those hamstrings are really tight. So don't force or push anything, try and relax into it as much as you can. And as you breathe, you'd feel you should soften a little bit further into the stretch. Nice 10 minutes of stretching and releasing. Gradually ease yourself out, take your time. You're going to bend your right knee, bring it in, give it a hug. And just placing your left hand in front of the knee so you can rotate to look over your shoulder. So just a light rotation this morning. Try with every inhale to lengthen and every exhale to rotate just a tiny bit further. Gradually ease out, switch sides. So bending the left knee, give it a hug. The right hand just holds onto the front of the knee. And then you're rotating to look over your shoulder. Again, every inhale find length, ground your tailbone. Every exhale rotate. Yourself out and start to bring the soles of your feet together. I'll just turn to face you. Bring the soles of your feet together. Just allow the knees to drop. So your knees might be all the way up here, they might be towards the floor, but try not to force. So think about just the weight of the legs dropping down and then bringing the hands maybe to the ankles, maybe easing forwards into it if that feels okay. But again, just breathe. So inner thighs are stretching. And if you are quite flexible, you can't feel anything, then you can take those legs out to the side, start to walk yourself forwards and out into the position. So whichever suits you. So listen to your body, listen to how you feel today, and just stretch into it. Take one more deep breath here. And just gradually ease yourself out. Take your time. We're going to find a rotation again, so take the hand behind you, reach across towards the opposite shin or knee, find the length, make sure you're not lifting one butt cheek, ground each butt cheek, and then rotate to look over your shoulder. Center, switch sides. So again, reaching across, find that length. So try not to sink into it and rotate. Find the length and then rotate, looking over your shoulder. Gradually ease yourself out. I'm going to bring those legs over into that zigzag position. So if you did yesterday's session, we were in this position in our bar. So we're going to do a stretch from here. So you want those zigzag legs, and then you're going to rotate the upper body. So you can place your hands either side of that knee, and then start to fold forward. So you're taking your chest pretty much on top of that knee, reaching to where you can. If you can get all the way down your elbows, maybe relaxing all the way down. But if you need to be here, that's fine. And if you need to adjust your hip or your knee, then you can. You might feel it into the deep hip muscles on this side, and you might feel it on this side as well. So try and relax and soften and breathe. Try and relax into it. And then start to bring yourself up and out. We'll switch sides, so bringing the legs around. Again, take your time. If you want to stay in that position longer, feel free to. Bring your hands to either side of that knee and start to ease yourself forwards into that position, relaxing down to where you can. Again, you may be all the way down, you may be higher up, so just breathe and relax into it. Take a deep breath in and out. Try and breathe and soften where you feel the stretch. So if you feel the stretch into your deep hip, try and soften that area so you can go a little bit further, a little bit deeper. And when you start to relax the muscles, they can ease into it further. And start to ease yourself out. Take your time, release those legs.